morning, beautiful people. I hope all is well with you. And if it's not, I hope it gets better very soon. Today is for the parents, new parents, old parents, wanting to become parents, almost became parents, but it didn't happen, and you're possibly wondering why. So let's get right into it. Parenting, of course, you have to have a jack of all trades. You have to be a teacher, a provider, a nurturer, a chef, a doctor, an advocate, and a friend, all in one, all while assuming responsibility for a life or of life. And that can be overwhelming. So, ideally, you would want to make sure that you're financially stable, two parent household, you're mentally stable, physically fit. You want to make sure that you meet all the criteria that the world deems fit to be successful as an individual in our society. But with current circumstances that we all face in life, it's not always possible for everyone to be the ideal candidate of a parent. So I want to get down to the basics that it takes to be a successful parent, which, of course, number one is unconditional love. You have to know that no matter what that child does or says, you must always love them unconditionally, no matter what. You can never abandon them. You can never neglect them, no matter what the circumstances may bring. You have to cherish their life more than you do yours, especially in their growing ages. Another one is teaching. You have to know how to successfully guide someone on their journey. You're their life coach. You have to experience life, know what it is, see it for what it is, and teach that child how to be successful in it. You have to take everything that you learn and apply it to their life so that you can teach them how to be a successful adult slash person. So that comes with patience, which is another one. The repetitiveness, the constant defile of your rules, the reminders of common decency, of common sense. Things that are black and white to you may not always be black or white to them. And you have to understand that. You have to be understanding that they're not always going to get it. And you can't expect for them to get it on the first try. You can't be upset if they don't get it on the second or third try, fourth or fifth, 20th, 100th. You have to learn your child. You have to observe their behaviors. You have to know their interests. You have to be able to handle the things that they're going to throw at you. And you never know what it is that they're going to throw at you. So you have to be prepared. You have to know how to handle stress quite well because it's stressful trying to be responsible for one's life as you're responsible for your own life and your own decisions. Not always easy, especially when we haven't been taught properly how to do things. But that's where you have to be a student as well. You have to be willing to learn from others so that they can share their experiences, their knowledge with you on the ways that they were overcoming their trials and tribulations of life. And you can't be scared. You have to be brave. You have to show them that no matter how hard it is, they can do it. You have to do it. You have to face your fears when it comes to being a parent because they're going to look at you as this superhero. And if you can't show up in the ways that they need you to, that they expect you to, they're not going to be able to trust you. Not in the sense that they don't trust you with their life per se, they just won't trust what you're telling them. If you're not putting in that work and doing it for yourself, if you're not showing yourself that it's possible to do the things that you expect for them to do, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to work hard when you don't feel like working hard. You have to be a leader and showing them that they are essentially in control of their own life, their own decisions, their own choices. Just because you see someone else doing something, that doesn't mean you do it. You follow your best judgment. You follow the morals and values that I give you, that I teach you, because I, as your parent, have your best interest at heart, and I would never steer you wrong. My intentions are always pure and with love. I will never steer you wrong. They have to believe that, and they have to know that. So you have to say it confidently. You have to put your big girl, big boy panties on. Even if you don't feel like you have what it takes, you got to go find it. It's not going to come to you. Everything worth having isn't just going to fall right into your lap. Some of us are fortunate enough to have that. Not all. You can't bank on that happening for you because expectations is where disappointment comes in. It's where hurt comes in when you're expecting for something to happen and there's no guarantee that it'll happen the way that you would like for it to happen. So you have to teach that to your kids. You have to know that for yourself and teach that to your kids because they're the ones that are going to need it. It's not too late for you, but of course, you spent more time working at this than they have. So it's up to you to stop what you're doing and pay attention to the journey that you've been on. Pay attention to what it's been teaching you, what it's been trying to show you, what it's been trying to give you. Life can give you so much if you want it. You go after it, you take it. You can't just sit around waiting for it to sit on your lap because then you may accept anything. And that's another thing that you don't want to teach your children is to settle for whatever falls in your lap. You want to have them inspect it. You want to have them think about how it affects them, how it makes them feel, how it may or may not jeopardize their future. You have to think about all of those things when you're a parent, when you're becoming a parent. It's not just about you. If you make it about you, you're going to wake up and you're not going to know who they are. And they're going to know that you don't know who they are. And they may resent you for it. Then you'll be upset wondering, why don't you love me? What did I do wrong? You didn't do enough. You didn't fight for them. You were so busy, worried about yourself and what it was you were going through that you forgot about them. Now, don't get me wrong. As a parent, you absolutely matter. 100% you matter. Your life is still valid. but you brought them to this world. You introduced them to this life as we know it. So you cannot abandon them in any way, shape, or form, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially. You have to make it happen. You have to try your best. You have to try your hardest. I promise you, with trying, with pushing forward, no matter what, you will see the reward at the end. You will. Effort is the first start. Trying, that's where you start. Knowing that you can do it, you will do it for them. It's a start. You have to be willing to take that start, being a parent. You have to be willing to put yourself aside for the sake of this tiny human who you brought here. Always remember that. You brought them here. Being a parent is about being a decent human being at all times. I hope this helps. Until next time.